The denim jacket is one of history's most recognizable garments and is a true testament to men's timeless fashion and is most likely going to continue to be menswear's most classic staple piece. The denim jacket has been perfected over time, and basically every denim jacket that you see out there today is a rendition or a spin-off of the three main types of denim jackets that are available. There's the Type 1 jacket, the Type 2 jacket, and there's the Type 3 jacket. And basically all of these denim jackets have been perfected as they've all standed the test of time and they still remain menswear classics today. But while these denim jackets are beautiful, there is a little bit of a sense of uniformity, and with that sense of uniformity comes a sense of longing for something fun, something unique, something interesting, something different. And honestly, it's really hard to find something different when you have such a staple menswear classic. But recently I was watching this video by CRD, which is one of my favorite YouTubers and definitely a huge inspiration for this channel, and he had a video introducing 5 of the best denim jackets for 2023, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to go check it out after you finish this one. But basically in the video he introduced us to a new jacket from this brand called Story MFG, which I've heard so much about, but I hadn't yet tried it out for myself. But when I saw this jacket, I felt like it was the perfect time to start. So here we have the Story MFG Terroir Sundae Jacket, and basically this is a really interesting rendition of a Type 2 denim jacket, complete with the patch front pockets as well as the pleating detail down the front placket. And basically this jacket is super interesting because it's not really a traditional denim. It's actually a hand-woven plain weave cotton made from a group of women in Thailand using only natural indigo. But what's really interesting about the dyeing technique of this fabric is that they actually use a myriad of different indigo colors, hence the name terroir. So what does terroir really mean? Basically, terroir is a term that's used to commonly describe wine. Basically, terroir refers to how the plant is grown, the nutrients that it's been fed, how often it's been watered, what season it's harvested in, the pH level of the soil, the impurities in the soil, the region that it's grown. All of these things affect the fragrance, the taste, the color of the wine, and basically natural indigo fera, which is the indigo plant, or rather the plant that indigo actually comes from, also reacts the exact same way and creates so many different beautiful shades of indigo, such as indigos with greens, purples, reds, vibrant blues, all different shades of indigo, which gives this jacket a truly beautiful, spectacular, unique feeling because you have all of these different colors in this jacket sewn onto different parts of the jacket with all of these different pieces that have been dyed with differing natural indigos. And another thing that's truly special about this jacket is that Story MFG actually intentionally makes every single jacket different. Your denim jacket is not going to look like mine, and my denim jacket's not going to look like anybody else's. The indigo shade of these fabrics are actually just unpredictable, so that kind of takes that uniformity concept and throws it out the window and provides something beautifully unique and different that's just going to fade down so gorgeously over time. Basically, my denim jacket has a little bit of a darker midsection and a little bit of a lighter shoulder yoke. The darkest piece on this jacket is actually on the back panel, which contrasts so beautifully with the hem because the hem detail is a little bit lighter. And then on the sleeve, you have the same kind of lighter fabric that you have on the front panel with a little bit of a darker natural indigo on the cuff of the sleeve. And all of these natural indigo fabrics are gonna fade just like any indigo does. And I can't wait to see how this denim jacket is gonna fade down over time with all of these different shades of indigo to create something so unique. It also seems that the patch pockets are actually a little bit lighter than the body as well. The fabric of this denim is a super light kind of plain weave with a lot of slub, a lot of character in the blues. And honestly, while it looks rugged, it's actually really nice and soft. And this is my first piece from Story MFG, and I gotta say I was actually really impressed from the construction because literally every single seam that's holding this jacket together is actually a flat felled seam. And for those of you who don't know, basically the flat felled seam is the strongest seam that you could get on a jacket like this because you actually take 2 pieces of fabric and fold them over together, and then you double needle stitch them to really secure it. And those seams are literally present on basically every single panel on this jacket. And basically what that tells me is that Story MFG is not only super educated in their products, but they also don't really care if their consumer is educated or not because they just want to deliver good quality clothes that are going to last a really long time, even if the consumer doesn't necessarily expect it. Because I've seen even a lot of denim brands that will actually overlock this seam because usually you only see flat felled seams on denim jackets that are made from actual denim brands. But even on higher end designer brands, they don't necessarily care about that construction detail because the consumer is not expecting it. They're not educated in what denim is, nor the construction or the history of denim. But Story MFG doesn't care if you know about it or not. They just want the garment to last a really long time. And honestly, that really speaks a lot about Story MFG's ethos. It shows that they truly, really care about making garments that are gonna last, and are not only gonna last, but they're gonna fade down and get even more beautiful and comfortable over time. Speaking of which, What I found really interesting about this denim jacket is that all of the seams are actually sewn in a white, even the buttonholes and the bar tacking at the pockets. And the reason why I feel like they did this is because as this jacket is going to fade down, you're going to start to see less and less of that contrast, and it's really going to allow the shades of the indigo to pop, and it's not going to take away from the essence, the glory of this denim jacket. And that to me is really cool. The buttonholes are super cleanly done. You have a gorgeous button. I'm not entirely sure what it's made from, but it's nice and clean, and I think that that's going to scratch up beautifully over time. I really love the type 2 pleating detail down the front, and I can't wait to see how those seams are going to pucker with wash and wear and fade. And like I said, the patch pockets are actually bar tacked, and they're really secured very well. You have very subtle branding on the inside, but a very clean construction on the inside. There's virtually no loose threads at all, other than the label, which I think is a stylistic detail. And then you have a nice care label made from what I believe is recycled cotton, large 100% cotton, made in Thailand. And then you actually have a QR code that actually sends you over to a page that shows you how to care for your garments. That to me is really fucking cool. And then on the back of the jacket, super clean, very nicely done. You actually have 2 tucks on the bottom, which is really interesting, and it gives it like a little bit of a blouson kind of feel because it creates a little bit of extra fullness on the body. And then you have a beautiful blank patch on the bottom right of the jacket with a little bit of fringe detail, which I think is really cool. And one of my favorite details in this jacket is that both the hem as well as the sleeve cuff are actually chain stitched. And this is something that I was wholeheartedly not expecting. I was actually super surprised to see this, which again really just shows that Story MFG is so educated in denim products, construction, sewing, longevity, and they really care about giving you this garment and hoping that it will stand the test of time. All in all, this jacket is so beautiful, but one of my favorite things about this jacket is the fit. Basically, a lot of oversized denim jackets are very hit or miss, and the reason is because a lot of times, while they fit nice up top, the hem just falls too long and it doesn't really feel oversized. It feels baggy. It feels like it doesn't fit. And trust me, there is a difference between oversized and baggy and doesn't fit. But what I really appreciate is this jacket has a cropped hem and a nice drop shoulder, which gives this jacket an amazing presence. All in all, I really think this denim jacket was super worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for almost 800 subscribers. We're almost at 1,000, and this journey has been so exciting. I've been having a lot of fun learning from you guys, educating you guys, interacting with you guys, and just experiencing this whole Selvage Denim deep dive and menswear dive as a whole, all of us together. Make sure to join my Discord below. Link is going to be in the description, and I'll see you next week.